If the government were aware of the secret, would they attempt to cook me in an iron wok? Just look at how this robot is making heart gestures. Green suddenly realizes it's a trick with his brother, helping him add more twists to his life. This is Chris, who launched a raid with an elevator gun once his adoptive dad called the cops, like 7. Two rushed out, got in the car to flee, though pursued by their adoptive dad's robot, as if in a video game. In the end, they sneak into the robot graveyard, quietly slipping into Gigi's vehicle, even though Gigi is known for going solo. Suddenly, a girl appears and Gigi is caught off guard with the elevator moving. He's thinking, what on earth is going on? Two waited to see who was coming in, only to find a robot hunter's true face definitely not part of the plan. According to the law, humans can't flirt with sentient robots anymore. Now Green is a suspect just for trying to escape. Facing such overwhelming firepower, Gigi and crew might as well be offering themselves as a birthday cake. They thought of ambushing in the dark, but Gigi's hands were too slow to deliver. Just when it seemed like Gigi was done for, Green called out to distract the hunter, and Hem quickly hit that power switch like it was a game. They temporarily stopped the hunter, and everyone hopped onto the train for an escape. But Gigi pulled out a mountain of keys from his pocket like he was in a slapstick. After all the chaos, the hunter suddenly turned to take Chris away, and Hem rushed into aid, pulling Chris out like a superhero. But these little guys were no match. Luckily, Green was driving a bulldozer, like a true engineer ready to rescue the day. He floored the gas pedal toward the hunter, but Green unexpectedly ended up taking Chris on a wild surprise ride. Hem dives back into action, and Green floors it, smashing the hunter right into the wall. After all that, they find themselves stuck in quarantine, with no way back, but hey, it works perfectly for Green. Chris has some communication glitches with the robots. He just can't seem to find the right moment to talk. The only thing he knows is his body is still alive, but to untangle this whole mess, he needs to find the elusive doctor in quarantine. Chris is hesitant about joining, but boredom can be just as unsettling, especially with Hem fully charged in the warehouse. Since the car won't start, they decided to carry it on their shoulders. On the way, they reminisce while lugging around like it's a backpack adventure. Chris mentioned getting hurt during battles with robots, and Hem saved him, but surprise, the government wasn't thrilled. Thus, the duo ended up on the run. While at the company, Ethan was reminiscing about his mom. It's like a scene straight out of a tragic movie. Suddenly, the whole neural network goes haywire, and after some analysis from two engineers, they discover a system glitch while Chris' body still lingers on. His consciousness escaped the company's network. If they can't find him by the weekend, the company's days are numbered. For that reason, Ethan hurriedly found the hunter and told him to find that yellow robot ASAP. Everything else was fair game. But this specific robot was top priority. He received the ultimate order, and soon his robots were rebooted and ready for duty. Green and his team have arrived at an abandoned base near Flat Top Mountain, but it seemed like a deserted ghost town. Help! Who has left me lying here on the ground? No, we've got to escape. Who left me here? Help! The crew was completely powerless against the robot onslaught. Watson was just standing there, dumbfounded. He is the leader of the bots. He started the last war, but recognizing they weren't enemies, he didn't go too hard on them. He simply refused to take them to meet the doctor, as the doctor used to work with Ethan, and upon hearing this, Green decided to go solo. At night, Chris played some of the cartoons he used to love with his sister, and instantly, the room was filled with curious robots watching. Watson understood that humans and machines shouldn't be enemies, so the next day he gathered a team to look for the doctor. At the moment he saw the doctor, he recognized the little yellow being immediately. After the car accident, Chris had been sent to the doctor. Chris thought he was donating organs, but the doctor used his brain to develop a human-robot integration technology. Talk about high-tech. This shifted the outcome of the war, and also allowed Chris to continue living on as a digital life form. The doctor didn't argue with Green, but showed him another video, and lo and behold, Chris restored his memories. Chris' body was resurrected, but he had become the core of the system. Although his physical body was no longer free, Ethan was determined to deal with the doctor to prevent him from getting soft-hearted. Before leaving, the doctor added a bug to Chris' program, which allowed his consciousness to escape. After learning the truth, Green immediately decided to go to the company headquarters to find his brother, but before they even started, the hunter showed the hunter was looking for some people, and suddenly all the lights went out, leaving Peanut to charge in. Circumflex tom the letter 7a3 mouth at letter 3c circumflex acute times say tilde at 3 mouth are you mouth o not sign o grove mouth micro mouth look letter 4 bc sedilla acute 10 direct reflex quarter ever 3 mouth o handle pia fiaco grove mouth micro divide by o tilde circumflexo acute al hatcheck at times cyrillic letter 4 b3 copyright. Subtitles. He truly had no desire to fight the hunter once more, however. Peanut's brothers were not going to buy that excuse. These average fighters didn't pack much punch. The only real threat was the hunter inside, and Peanut was just trying to hold on. The hunter was about to clear the battlefield, and as they witnessed the unstoppable firepower, out stepped the doctor like a scene out of an action flick. Subtitles. Now, please subscribe to our channel to obtain even more information.